Wait, I still have to scan. And this is an industrial food processor used for creating and storing Ingara nutrient paste. Brown
Welcome to
Avela.
the Taverton. Feel free to order a drink, or if you're hungry, we have nutrient paste. Not as exciting as fresh fruit, but you'll like it.
Okay, and what is this
What's in
paste?
that stuff?
In short, everything. Nearly all the food we grow goes straight into processing. We can feed an entire planet in a single harvest. Even ship some off-world.
That is an amazing thing. You just have to, yeah, kind of change it so there's more flavor in it, you know? Otherwise, it would be just paste. Yeah, we could use that. But how does it work?
How do you stretch your food that far?
It's complicated. Hard to explain without going into lengthy detail. But
But,
I'd be happy to send some to your ship, along with my process notes.
The
hmm,
Nexus would love that.
Consider it done.
tell me more about Tavitan.
What does Taviton mean? My translator won't pick it up.
It depends on the context. If it's a person, it means an old friend. If it's a location, like this, it's more a place you could bring someone home to.
What if you need to meet your Taviton at the Taviton?
It's not so hard to understand. I'm sure your language has its quirks.
Don't get me started.
Yeah, nice. What
I'd like a
drinks do you
drink.
have? Is it a nutrient? Yeah, paste. Doesn't look that nice. Okay, I'll be on my way. Okay, what if I take another
I'd
drink?
like a drink.
It's like he drinks, puts it down. He's like, it's not really happy about that.
That's all for now.
We'll come back anytime.
You're not getting hammered here. Of course, Drax here as well. Okay, there we go.
Helping the Moshai opened a lot of doors around here.
Hmm.
Most Angara still keep their distance, though.
It's normal. You definitely stick out. Yeah, you're an alien to them. But yeah, he does
Well,
stick out there.
you are a bit of an eyesore.
Speak for yourself. When I saw my first human, I couldn't understand how you keep your blood inside. Skin that thin.
Hmm. Alright. Okay. Anyone else here to talk to? Wait. Those are already scanned. Scan. Good. The Taviton at the Taviton.
I'm so glad you're back, and in one piece this time.
So where am I now? Here. Right. So let's talk to Liam. If you wanted have a Taviton at the Taviton. Taviton.
Good to be back here. Ready to hit those scans?
What am I looking for?
Moran called out supplies that may have useful properties for our tech. Just need to get Sam's eye on them. Take a stroll. Enjoy the market. Now,
Okay. Scan the hostile vendors' goods. Oh, yeah, let's just do that. Hostile vendors. But isn't that a little bit off-putting if I do that? Because, you know, it could break.
Not today,
Damn it.
Nexus.
Liam?
God damn it.
What's going on?
Nothing to worry about. Just
Put a layer of
come grab a
security
table.
between yourself and danger.
Bollocks. They do not want it to be scanned. Very interesting. Very interesting. The Taviton.
Pathfinder, you're good here. We'll worry about the data another time.
Liam, what's going on?
I, figured we should end up somewhere nice and open. You were being cased.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm not scared of a fight because of those scans.
Are you getting me in trouble? What was this about?
We're not in trouble exactly, but I don't blame them for being angry. I wanted to get data that would help yields at our outposts. Baran told me what to scan, but I called it off. I still owe her, but it's better than pissing off some gouging hardliner. Sorry I didn't clue you in. It's a
Interesting.
security thing. Food is security.
Uh-huh. But yeah, sounds like stealing secrets. Definitely.
Was this an attempt to copy their methods? Steal secrets?
We're not competing companies. It's about learning to live here. Remember my Tempest freakout? I tried proper channels. Got blocked by the Angara and the Nexus. There's only so much Kjar can tell us, so I did what we do back in crisis response. Bend the rules.
Mhm. But at least you can do this a little bit less open, you know? No one notices. Doesn't seem like a big deal. Don't blindside me. That would be sweet.
Liam, I deserve better than having this sprung on me mid-market.
You're right, of course, you're right. And the Angara are right too. The last people who showed up out of the blue were the Ket, the ultimate users. I don't want us getting lumped in with them, and I really, really don't want to ruin the market. Street food and shooting the shit with you feels normal. About time something did.
Nice. Let's go while it's still fun. Yeah, mixing may take time. Yeah, it does take time.
We may have to stick to ourselves for a while, if that's what both sides seem to want.
It isn't. Saw it all the time during crisis deployments. Us versus them turns into food versus no food. We
Oh,
have to figure this shit
okay.
out, or both sides will hurt.
All right. That's a good point. So, anything else you can say?
Real change in tone after that care facility. Half the Angara are thankful, half are even more suspicious.
Let's try not to make it worse.
Don't worry about me. They're busy glaring at Cora for some reason.
A core. Where is she, by the way? Can't see her. Anyway, I'm walking around with the scanner all the time, right? And then there's another quest and edible and garden fruit, known as Elmok.
Ryder, I took a look at the plants you sent. Good news, they're edible.
So we can
Nice.
grow them on the Nexus?
Not just these. If the genetic makeup is similar, most of the food in Aya could be edible.
Oh,
But I
that's
need to be
amazing.
sure. Get a sample of fruit from the market.
Alright, like the thing that I wanted to do before, get a lot of fruit. So, okay, where am I going? Here? Ah, museum. Oh, okay. Okay. So, let's see what this exhibit is. We are currently updating this display to bring you the latest in historical finds. Thank you for your patience. Is this the same thing? First contact with a cat, buried among our homeworlds. While the cat sought to confuse Haval with silence, they murdered the ambassador on Vold. They turned our worlds against each other and took advantage of the confusion and chaos. It's important for us all to learn from this moment in history and to present a united front in the face of adversity. Interesting. So yeah, divide and conquer. That's the strategy they seem to use. Divide your enemy and conquer them separately. This fragment is from a wall of the government's... No, damn it. A wall of the governor's public residence on Volt, which was destroyed by CAD bombardment during the initial invasion. The governor, all staff, and most of her immediate family were all killed in the blast. When Volt stands liberated, this relic will form the cornerstone of a monument to those who gave their lives defending our homes.
Oh, you're here. Welcome to my favorite place in the galaxy.
Oh. Avela, Kjar. What's this place stand? Until recently, we knew this was a cat tool, but didn't understand its purpose. Scholars have recently determined its use in the exaltation of our people, though it may be difficult to look at. It's important we learn and understand exaltation to protect ourselves and our loved ones. Alright. This is the dagger. This dagger dates back nearly 4 centuries to the time just after the Scourge appeared. Faced with a technological dark age, our ancient ancestors learned to fight and hunt without the use of ancient weaponry. Interesting. And translated from Slash. Mother, you wouldn't believe all what's happened since Pathfinder Rider landed on Aya. I'm sure you know about the Marche's rescue, but I suspect you've only heard the official version. Evra and his resistance like to claim credit for bringing her home, but I know for a fact they never could have accomplished it without the Rider Pathfinder. People fear these new aliens will turn out to be like the cat. Don't listen to them. I feel in my spirit they've come to help, and I'm always right about these things. I wish you could see some of the interesting relics you find in Haval and elsewhere. I'll bring images next time I visit. Also, I'm not seeing R2 anymore. It was nothing particular that ended things. We're just too different. Don't worry, my work still brings me all the happiness I need. Avila. This is the Avila. So, yeah, let's have a little more look around and then we talk to Avila. Well, we can't know for certain. Theories about this remnant devices suggest its function may be convert rock and sand into
It
nutrient-rich
really
soil.
is something.
Avela thinks
Right.
it's an ancient deity.
Something
Ah,
about it calls to me, like a friend.
interesting. What's this? This pottery fragment is believed to be a ceremonial decoration from the ancient temple of Haval. This also can't be scanned. Archaeologists on Haval recently discovered what they believe are pieces from the oldest structures as yet found on the planet. These fragments were literally uprooted by mutating vegetation rising from an underground cavern, though the exact cultural nature of this find remains unknown. Teams of researchers have recently established a permanent dig site to search for more clues. Alright, let's talk to Avila. Kjar.
Good to see you again.
Hmm, yeah, again. When was I talking to her before? Anyway, yeah, you do seem young for a curator.
Is it normal for someone as young as you to be in charge?
I'm no younger than you, and you're a Pathfinder.
I kinda inherited the job.
So did I. I was apprenticed to the former curator. It was my job to bring him artifacts from other worlds. When he retired, I sort of fell into his position.
Do you miss relic hunting?
Some days, but mostly I'm happy to spend more time with each piece.
Okay, yeah, know anything about
Any
Remtech?
insight you can give me on the remnant tech?
We don't know much. To our understanding, it's always been here.
Hmm,
Stars. I would love to be the one to solve that mystery.
interesting. Yeah, impressive museum
This is
though.
quite a place.
It feels like home to me. Sometimes I think I should move in here. But it's got a long way to go.
Hmm,
Someday we'll fill it with relics of the past, each one telling a story. And my people will come here to learn. And to remember.
You'll get there.
With enough hard work, yes.
hmm.
I should get moving.
Come back soon.
I just had a nice idea. What if you don't have a museum of the past, but rather a museum of the future, you know? Like a technological expo or something. Like a permanent one. Not just one every, I don't know, year in like 5 days, consecutive days in one specific week, but just permanent, kind of like a theme park, right? Something like this, I think, was already been built somewhere in the, I don't know, 70s or so. Like something similar can also be seen in, I think, Iron Man, where he was going to build this kind of, I don't know, this kind of park thingamajig that was also depicting, spoiler, um, some kind of new element, kind of like cheat. Anyway, so yeah, the past tells only about the past, but the future, what you want is you want to influence people to make something futuristic, right? You don't want people to live in the past. You can remind them of that, right? So that people learn from it, but you shouldn't make them live there. What you want to have is you want to make them strive for the future, and so they can have a better present, right? That's the idea. Anyway, though we know little about our pre-Scourge ancestors, evidence points to a grand multi-planet society with sophisticated technology. Many recent discoveries indicate our ancestors even traveled vast distances between systems. Though we have no way of knowing for sure, most scholars theorize our people's early success was due to the use of remnant technology. Well, yeah, just use whatever you have at hand, right? And of course, she is next to the Remtech. Though we don't know much about the Remnant or its creators, we've determined the Remnant were present in Helios long before our people. The Remnant's purpose appears to be the same as the planetary vault, to transform a world into a thriving, beautiful paradise. Before the arrival of Pathfinder Rider in Revolution 826, modern attempts to interact with the Remnant had been unsuccessful, but we've been able to coexist with them peacefully here on Aya. Oh, coexistence. That's an interesting one. So,
Getting
PB.
acquainted with our new neighbors?
Sort of. All this stuff. The Angara sure do have a rich culture and blah, blah, blah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you've been drinking.
You're sauced, aren't you? What's your poison?
Pshaw. I visited that cafe the Angara consider a bar. Asked for their hardest stuff. It was weird, which I like, but had almost no punch. Lightweight. Whoa.
Steady now.
That stuff must have a slow absorption rate. Whoops. Oh, writer. It's just... This museum reminds me of being on Haitiana during my indentured service as a student. They even have a whole section on the Remnant. I didn't come to Andromeda to follow in someone else's footsteps.
Oh, too bad. The Agara have questions as well.
Don't worry, PB. The Angara barely have a foothold. Sure, they live among the ruins, but they haven't seen what we've already seen.
You might have a point there. Bet nobody here has ever outrun an ancient vault purification field, huh?
Indeed.
Nope.
Or spat in that Archon's ugly mug and lived to talk about it? That was nice work, by the way.
Thank you.
Yep.
You're right. Not sure why, but ever since I packed up my apartment on the Nexus, something's crawled under my skin. But whatever it is, I promise, I'll get over it lickety-split.
Don't sweat it.
You're fine, PB. We all need to cut loose once in a while.
You're very understanding and attractive. Nice combination. Think I'll stay in your operation a little while longer.
Thank you. Oh, I got something about remnant data cores and stuff. Sweet. What's that? Is that an exit? Because there's this part here which is kind of strange. Ooh. Oh, it's locked. Some resin. And wait, this is north. What's that part? Oh, maybe okay, now I get it. It's behind that locked door. Makes sense. So, let's talk to Naylan. Or Nalon.
Oh, it's you. I watched you land.
Oh,
Hope
okay.
you're not calling me it anymore.
You heard that. I apologize. I was ignorant.
Yeah. What do you do?
What's your job around here?
Aelin and I help Avela with her studies. I specialize in restoration.
So you make relics look new.
Do as I can. I'm not a miracle worker, no matter what Avela says. She'll praise Ellen and I to anyone who will listen. Never had a supervisor like that before.
I'll leave you to it.
All right. What about Ellen? Ellen.
I've heard so much about you. Is it true you entered a vault on Eos?
Sure is.
Amazing. I would have liked to see that.
Yeah. Do you track relics too?
Are you a relic hunter like Avela?
Actually, I started as an engineer. The Moshae requested my help cracking encryption on a remnant ship she found. Eventually, that led me to the repository. I've been handling data encryption here ever since.
Nice. So you work here?
I take it you help run this place.
Nalan and I are Avela's assistants. It's been strange getting used to that.
Why?
Avela's much younger than the previous curator. She has a lot more energy. Sometimes I have to remind her to take a break. She's too passionate for her own good.
Nice. All right.
I'll
Let's
let you
go
get
then.
back to it.
Okay, so what do we got? We got that. Then I'm going down and that stuff. And English. Yes, English, Sergey. English. Indeed. I'm still not able to talk in Russian. I think this is Russian. Yeah. Russia watches you. Whoa. Big Russia. What is a good thing? Not Russia. Okay, you be. No. But aren't they just watching anyone? You have to think about it. That would be sweet. Like, wait, where am I actually? Oh, I'm in these quarters. Okay, let's just do those quests. Think about it. They got some free time, right? And the next best thing they can do is like watch some dudes playing games on Twitch. That would be sweet. All right. Anyway, Arbiter Omdal. What do you do?
Arbiter Renav told me to expect you. I prepared a datapad detailing our laws. Read it fully.
Equals love. Sweet. All right. Yeah, let's read that datapad. What's in here? As defined by the first founders of Aya, this world and all who live on it agree to abide by the laws, customs, and regulations of a civilized society that has existed for centuries on other worlds. These rules of conduct ensure a voice for each family within our society and gives them certain inviolable rights. Page 1 of 5,983. Whew. That's a lot. Okay. So these people do have some rights on them. That's good. And what about Enro Bozan?
Pathfinder, as you can imagine, your arrival raised concerns from Aya's people.
Yeah, I don't blame them.
It'll take a long time to trust strangers again.
Which is why they want the Nexus to listen to them. We've set up terminals in the city so people can leave messages for your people on the Nexus.
Oh,
I'd
very nice.
appreciate if you take a look and forward their communications to your people.
Well, collect messages from the docks, the market, Tavitan, and the resistance quarters. All right. Anything else I have to do here? Let's see. What about this one? Of course, locked doors. No, why? Bloody mouse cursor. What do we have? Wait a minute. I was scanning this compound, wasn't I? Yes, I was. Hey, what a nice view. Let's look at this console. What does it have to do? Council meeting notes. Translated from Shilesh. Personal meeting notes of Governor Paran Shi V. Wants to open Southern Valley region to development with goal to provide refugees with permanent homes. Okay. Believes we are already at risk of overcrowding and harming local ecosystem. Votes to use land strictly for food production. Proposes compromise solution to construct orbital habitats using Nexus technology. Refugees would rotate between Aya surface and orbital habitats using lottery system. Like, it's a nice idea to kind of get more room for the people, but this would this would lead to chaos at some point. Anyway, he disagrees with accepting initiative help, and especially tech. Points out the black hole will make orbital construction projects difficult and may attract notice of cat patrols. Final vote delayed to Nova Ba. We need a better home for our people. Volt is fallen, Haval remains unstable, and Aya is too small to support all of us. Is Kadara port an option? Do we even dare attempt reconciliation? Interesting. White and pink, blue hair. That's a good one. Actually, I wanted some slight green color on it, and this was the closest I could get to like slightly greenish tint in it. I think there's actually another color, but maybe I was too stupid to pick this one. Yeah, like gray with just a teeny bit of green in there. But it turned out blue.
The Moshai will be waiting for you at the vault.
While I'm here, maybe we can talk?
Of course. I owe you that. When I first escorted you through our city, I wasn't sure it was the right thing, but you proved I was wrong to doubt. No, more than that. You didn't have to save the captives from exaltation. I wonder if you realize what that meant to us.
Yeah, we're here to help. It's not over yet. Yeah, of course it's not over yet, but we are definitely here to
We're
help.
in this together. The initiative wants to help.
I want to believe it. You're so different from the cat. What can I do for you?
Yeah. First of all, tell me more about Ephra.
I'm hoping you can get me on Ephra's good side.
If I knew how to do that, my job would be much simpler.
Sometimes it seems like you two don't get along at all. And other times...
He's a brilliant tactician and inspiring leader. We just disagree on what's best for our people. He believes secrecy and isolation keep us safe.
What do you believe?
We can't defeat the cat alone. And neither can your initiative.
Interesting. And what about your culture?
I have a few questions about your culture.
I'm happy to answer them.
A lot of questions. Wait. Are there any more cities?
Don't take this the wrong way, but this isn't your only city, right?
Not at all. Vold and Havarl both have several large population centers. Aya has numerous residential areas similar to this.
Are these places open for visitors?
In time,
Probably not.
perhaps.
Yeah, but not now. What about accents?
I've noticed that you, Ephra, and Jal all speak with different accents.
Yeah,
When the
that's...
Scourge first struck, there were many Angaran worlds. They were separated for centuries. We developed divergent cultures and dialects. Ephra was born on Vold, and Jal is from Havarl.
What about you?
The cat left my homeworld in ruins. Those who survived were forced to flee. We found a refuge on Aya. My family helped settle this world.
This kind of explains why they're... Even in English, it sounds always a little bit different. Like something sounds like African, sometimes it sounds British, and sometimes it sounds American, or like... But there's... Wait, how many Angaran do speak, or do have some kind of a Russian-ish kind of dialect? I don't know. I only came across one Russian in this game. Anyway, tell me more about Aya.
Aya seems important to the Angara.
Aya is paradise. This world is a gift. We created the Vassals so everyone could enjoy this place, if only for a short time.
The Vassal?
The time of change. Aya's resources are too limited for our entire population to live here. We each earn the privilege of spending a few years on Aya. When our time is up, we leave to make room for someone new. The cycle repeats throughout our lives.
Will you have to leave?
Someday. For now, Aya needs me.
Interesting. So that's basically the same, or like a similar way they want to pull this off with the space station then. Okay, so they always change worlds from Aya to Haval to Vold. Okay, that's interesting. So, and tell me more about the Moshe.
Your people revere the Moshai. What did she do
Moshe.
to earn that?
After the Scourge, our civilization was in ruins. Those who led the rebuilding were thinkers, experts, and inventors. The Moshai is the greatest scientific mind of our generation. She led us to a new age of technological innovation.
One
When the
person?
Ket
Come on.
attacked, she studied their technology, learned their tactics.
You owe your survival to her.
We owe her everything, and we'll do anything to protect her.
But for some reason, the Moshe is also revered by the cat. Huh. So she does have a strange connection. Anyway, now tell me more about you.
So, what do you do for fun around here?
The Tavatan is a popular spot for
Hmm.
recreational activity.
Of course.
Right, but what do you do? Can't work all the time.
Productivity is the best form of relaxation.
It's also a great way to get stressed out.
You
It
sound
depends.
like my brothers. All 10 of them.
10?
And 8 sisters. They're not allowed to bother me at work.
Yeah, if they have different view on that, then of course. But yeah, it depends on the person, really. Not really the person itself. Also, it does depend on the work. Like, it has to be a good match, right? And then you do your work almost on your own, basically. With a smile. But yeah, this is also a problem in today's society. Oh, relationships. Ooh. But anyway, tell me more about the
10
family.
brothers and 8 sisters.
That's a lot.
You have a big family.
I've always thought of it as average. How many siblings do you have?
Just one. My sister, Sarah.
What happened to the others?
Our parents only had 2 children. Underachievers.
That sounds relaxing. When my family gets together, the noise is like standing next to our largest waterfall. My mother says I became governor, so people would have to listen to me.
Is she right?
Always.
Nice. Okay, now,
What's it
what
like
about
being
the job?
responsible for a whole planet?
I suspect it's like being the Pathfinder. Some days it's a burden. Most of the time, I know I'm where I should be.
How did you become governor? Do your people elect leaders by popular vote?
If by vote you mean argue loudly until one candidate remains, then yes. I got here because I was willing to endure and fight for the obligations that come with my office.
Ooh, that's a nice way of saying it.
I sense tension between your government and the resistance. Who's actually in charge?
Ephra likes giving orders, right until the actual work of running a city starts. The resistance is good at protecting us from the Ket, but our people need more. I've learned to indulge Ephra's need for control, just often enough to maintain my own.
All right. Now, yeah, tell me about blah, blah. Can you actually have a relationship with an Agara?
Is there time in your busy schedule to meet someone special?
Everyone is special to me, in their own way.
Not what I meant.
Oh. No, that isn't a priority right now. Someday, maybe.
Interesting. So let's do some other questions. Okay,
Thanks for
got
your
that
time.
as well. Perfect.
Ishare, Pathfinder.
Ah, good. And of course, as every leader, right, they stand in front of a window, or like behind a window. Anyway, in front of a window, hands on the back, and they're looking outwards. It's just kind of reminds me of Khan, like Balu. Damn it, what's the second title of that? Like a Jungle Book adaptation. That was really cool. Good. So, when I'm here, I can actually finish some other missions, right? Collect messages from the Tavatan terminal. Wait, retrieve fruit and Collect messages from the market terminal. Ah, okay. And this is the other terminal, and there's no other one up here. So, yeah, let's do the terminals now.